yes, you want to dive into Silicon Valley, but people talk about the great things about Silicon Valley, and they talk about how there's this investment and there's all this creativity and there's all this innovation. But what are the minefields? What do people actually need to look out for and be aware of?
That's why, I mean, I've spent 15 years there, and that's why I started out by saying Silicon Valley is not a nirvana, it's not a utopia, it's not what we often think it is. And yes, certainly has a lot of good things about it, and we are adopting parts of it. So I think I totally agree with what everyone was saying. I would just add to it that, again, to his point, that you're looking at your investor as your partner for the long run. And there are VCs and there are VCs, and you want to just make sure that these are folks you can do business with, and you can hopefully have a longer term partnership. I went back to the PayPal mafia example. Those folks have spawned so many companies, and it's been a journey, and it's because the relationships go beyond just one company. So I would do that homework very carefully. Also, just some basic checks to see if this investor has invested in this particular sector, in this particular category. How did they go about it? What became of that? What were their role? Are they more operating focused, or they're sort of step back? Like in our case, Tiger is a great investor, but frankly they are not very hands-on, and that's fine, and it works out. But
right, you want to have an investor that has value add, that's going to actually contribute.
Has a value add
right?
in the fact that they are a global investor. They have a huge network. We've been able to do business because of just showing up in their network, right? But it is not an investor, unlike Sequoia Capital, where you have people who are domain experts, and they actually have, they were entrepreneurs, exit, and became partners, and they know how a consumer company runs. Unlike that, Tiger is a hedge fund at its core, so a lot of investing professionals have more of a financial sector background. They're not operating, so they rely on us pretty much on what to do. I still get incredible support, but I at least know that walking in, right? If there is somebody out here who needs a lot of hand-holding, then I would say maybe you should talk to a different investor. And that's why Tiger doesn't do seed investment, because seed investment, especially in emerging markets, required lots of mentorship, lots of hand-holding. So again, it depends on your sector, it depends where you are in your journey, what you're looking for, but those are all the things you should consider, and happy to talk about that offline as well.